Hello, everyone. My name is Pavle Vlajcic. I'm a country manager of Instant Factoring Serbia. We are existing 8 years in 3 countries. So the fun fact that we are the smallest market in Serbia in the group. So it started all in Romania 8 years ago. In Serbia, we started 5 years ago, and we are now expanding to Spain 2 years ago. So we exist at the 3 markets. Actually, we are the smallest country in the group, but we are growing very good, So up to now we serve the 10,000 companies, which banks said no to. So primarily, I will tell you now the whole story about us, and it is not the story mostly about technology. It is more about niche market that needed extra working capital to work on the business. So who are our clients? So our clients are micro and SME companies that needed working capital in order to grow, to pay the bills, to pay employees, the suppliers, and so on. And these companies couldn't go to the banks before, So 10 years ago, actually, this market gap. 10 years ago, this market gap was, unfulfilled, and there was 0 options for financing for these companies, So they couldn't go to the banks. Actually, factoring as a service is a banking service, and it exists before the Christ, Jesus Christ, So it existed a long time ago. So people were selling. Yes. Okay. So people were selling invoices a long time ago. But what happened? Banks are using this service for bigger companies, and there were no options for micro companies to be served. Actually, with our solution, which is user friendly, can proceed a lot of invoices. We found this market gap, and I thought first it was only in Central Eastern Europe gap, but actually it's a gap also in Western Europe and maybe in other countries in the world. So this sector is very fragile and needs support for financing, and our technology helps them to pass this period, in order to get liquidity in time. So about our solution, so traditional banks, they needed 3 to 4 weeks, up to 1 month to proceed the client. With instant factoring, now we are doing this in 24 hours. It is AI powered. This is because of AI powered credit scoring. We can connect with API to multiple platforms, so with accounting platforms and so on. Now it's e-invoicing platforms, and we also do end-to-end automatization from onboarding to payment. And we are also doing for some banks white label ready deployable solutions. So as I explained, there is a huge growth in this market. It just needed the right tool. So the software was needed, the market had the need, and actually we recognize it. And here you can see some statistics about, so more than 50% are first-time borrowers, so they had no prior banking relationship. More than 30% are female-owned businesses, 12% are startups under 3 years old. So in a way, we don't care so much who is the client. So we most care who is the buyer, and we hedge all risk on the buyer. So this is the business model. We are receiving Best Digital Factoring Platform Award for SMEs in Central Eastern Europe for 5 years now in a row. So this is a fact, and this is the some next step. What we are planning to do is to finance at the point of need. So this means that we are connecting now with invoice management platforms, with multiple route market channels, transport marketplaces, accounting companies, and so on.